I'm in utter disbelief after this latest Reborn as a vending machine episode, because what started as a meme has truly become a very interesting, almost slice of life of watching a vending machine introduce modern ideas and snacks and, as we see, even bodily lotions to a world that wouldn't have it normally. But when a talking bear and a busty beauty walk in and basically start talking about diseases in their world, I was literally under the assumption we were talking about soaps. And this comes from a person who usually has a dirty mind. I completely misread that. So when he starts selling boxes of condoms and teaches the value of safe seg, I mean, you gotta admit, there isn't anything quite like Reborn as a vending machine, and when she pulls that wrapper out saying, absolutely, this will work, we'll stock up so all the new people coming in won't be carrying disease, oh man, this was something special. Full live reaction episode 3 of that vending machine isekai greatness is available on my Patreon if you would like to see my full uncut thoughts, as I'm left a little speechless, and I love the fact that this show, I think that should be the tagline on the Blu-ray box art. Reborn as the vending machine, more than just a meme. Like, that's probably the best way to sum the show up, because I've explained my thoughts over 1 and 2, but let's look at episode 3, right? So, as funny as it is to watch someone be reborn as a vending machine and then start selling condoms to the general folk, it does make a lot of sense. Let's honestly be thinking about this. When's the last time an isekai's actually brought up the concept of, like, hygiene or, well, what you can give to other people during some intimate moment? I really don't recall ever seeing that, and maybe you could argue, do we need to see it? No, but honestly, you have to respect that a show with a talking bear, a character that's become a vending machine, and as many busty beauties as we'll see in this show, it surprisingly writes things to actually be a lot more complex than a majority of the isekai out there, and I wasn't expecting to say that for a show that I thought was just going to be a meme, and as I said, has turned out to be more than just that. And honestly, I like what they're doing. I really do. I think it's quite creative. I mean, we literally had a bath scene where Boxo is chilling inside, like, basically like the locker changing room area. And despite having 2 girls that are almost ready to pop out of that towel, I just love the fact that they don't even really go fan servicey there. Instead, we're just like, hey, we sell coffee flavored milk and this other product. And then the fact that they then show that he also sells like a variety of things. I mean, people did bring up the fact that, hey, I wonder if we're going to get the panty machine. Yeah, we do. It's just rather than being strictly underwear, it's underwear and soaps and shampoos, all the other different things that they'll need. And I love the fact that a simple box has turned what should be a very ancient civilization in a way, the idea of modern medicines, modern hygiene products, just junk food. He's introduced something that they would never see normally, and I love the fact that rather than just jumping into him being a war machine, right? Last episode, Mentos and Co, a very creative way to deal with a monster in an isekai. This episode, you know, you could easily say, can he upgrade his change dispenser? But probably if he could, that would probably cost quite a bit. But most importantly, the fact that we're getting around different ways, like, okay, what if they put in a gold coin, then they get all the silver back, but we don't want to do it all in one go because we don't know if he has the money. They're just writing everything quite intelligently. And my thought for episode 1 was that an author writing this couldn't make more than 12 episodes worth of ideas. That's probably why the light novel just never continued. It turned out it just got axed because of low sales. But I love the fact that the more I watch of Reborn as a vending machine, the more I say, surprisingly, Reborn as a vending machine has more potential than a lot of shows airing this year and maybe even next year. Like, I legit could watch multiple seasons of this because it hits that sweet spot of slice of life isekai adventure where even after an entire village goes up in flame, the buildings are all destroyed. I love how this is just their life, right? You know, you pick it up, you move to your next one. A giant twin-headed serpent destroys the big old common area for your town. Well, that's just dinner for the next couple of nights. This show is surprisingly well written, and it honestly is. Like, is it trying to revolutionize the genre? No, but what it surprisingly is doing a great job at is taking what should be a joke premise that you can maybe make a one-shot out of and turning it into something that has way more depth than half the shows that are going after trying to hunt a demon lord down and really aren't anything too special. There's these little moments that, if you think about it deeply, it's kind of messed up, but I don't think Boxo's going that route on purpose. So he introduces a gambling mechanic to his vending machine. So if you get the same 3 numbers, you get a free product of your choice of whatever there. And you see very quickly that the old man is a bit of a gambling addict. He's trying his best. He's like, I'm gonna do this all damn day if I have to. The grandma just hauling his ass away. And it's kind of funny when you think about it, that he's casually getting the general public hooked on gambling because now his sales are going to go up because there's the concept of potentially winning a free thing. But what's hilarious is that we blend a vending machine that is simultaneously helping them and propelling them while getting them hooked on gambling and also teaching them the concept of safe sex. You gotta love the show, you really do. I mean, there's something about this one, and it really is more than a meme. And surprisingly, the production isn't half bad. I mean, sometimes things aren't moving all that much, or maybe the character model isn't the sharpest thing ever, but in general, the show does look pretty good. It has a fun color palette, the character designs are all varied. I mean, we got animals, we got humans, we got a wide variety, and I love the fact that we're not just jumping into him getting a voice, right? I've seen some people bring that up, that like, oh, he should be able to talk fully, but I think that would ruin it, right? The whole concept of last week with the Mentos and Co, if he could just explain what to do with it, it wouldn't be that interesting because, well, they already know what to do. But having just program phrases that they now have to understand, yeah, okay, this will mean yes, this will mean no, or he's trying to direct us this way. We get to watch people who don't have these modern ways of thinking kind of become modern in a situation that shouldn't really craft that mindset, and it really creates something quite special in my opinion. I mean, one of the two things I look for in any sort of isekai is it funny or does it have an insane story? And this show is absolutely funny, but rather than going for the insane story route of like, oh, we're trying to hunt down this great evil, or we're trying to, watch this crazy character arc, instead, where I think the quality of the writing comes from is, of course, the situations with Boxo and how he introduces some of these more modern ideas, so to speak. But most importantly, I love the fact that you just have like this very interesting village dynamic, and it really does kind of write itself as a slice of life in a way. And while we have the occurring gags, like, okay, this dude's probably going to try to steal from the vending machine again, okay, we got different sections of the world that are trying to maybe help us, but we don't want to go them. There's just a lot of nice moments happening, and I find myself loving the show the more I watch. It helps that I'm laughing harder each week. Mentos and Co, condom dispenser, I mean, the list goes on, but I love the fact that the characters are so interesting. Director Bear had no right to pull out the we need to keep hygiene at best and diseases from spreading, but he pulled that out, and I have to respect what this show's actually doing. Now, let me know what you thought of Reborn as a Vending Machine episode 3. Did you laugh? Did you have fun? What are you thinking? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell so you get notified when I upload more Vending Machine greatness, and as I mentioned, full live reaction to today's hilarious episode is available on my Patreon, and hey, while you're there, you can also get a video shout out. So today we have Mr. Yoke, Wesley Davis, Selkie, and Devin Samuel, so I appreciate the support everyone. Please take care and have a good one.